Burn. Written by James Patterson and Michael Bennett. Read by Danny Mastrogiorgio. For Kevin and Blahin Durkin and family. Prologue. California leaving. 1. Los Angeles. The work van was a new Mercedes, white and high-roofed, with the blood-red words "Turnkey Locksmith" hand-painted on its side. At a little before 7 a.m., it was winding through the Hollywood Hills northwest of L.A., the steady drone of its diesel engine briefly rising in pitch as it turned onto the long climb of Kirkwood Drive in Laurel Canyon. 200 feet below the intersection of Kirkwood and Oak, the van coasted to a crackling stop on the gravel shoulder of the secluded road and shut off its engine. A minute passed, then 2. No one got out. As the bald Hispanic driver flipped down the visor to get the sun out of his eyes, he spotted a mule deer nosing out through the steep hillside's thick underbrush across the street. Go for a lung shot, he thought, as he imagined getting a bead on it with the new compound hunting bow his girlfriend had gotten him for his birthday. Track the blood trail down between the infinity pools and 20-person Funkadelic hot tubs before lashing it to the van's front grille. See how that would go down with George Clooney and Katie Lang and the rest of the Laurel Canyon faithful. He was feigning a bow draw when the elegant deer suddenly noticed him and bolted. The driver sighed, leaned slightly to his right, and depressed the intercom button under the drink holder. "How's this? Line of sight okay?" he said. "Yes. Maintain here until the handoff, then head for position 2. Intercommed back the sharp-featured, amber-haired woman sitting directly behind the driver in the sealed-off back of the high-tech surveillance van. There was a dull, mechanical hum as the woman flicked the joystick for the high-definition video camera concealed in the van's roof. On the console's flat screen in front of her, an off-white stucco bungalow 150 feet up the canyon slowly came into view. She panned the camera over the bungalow's short, steep driveway of Bishop's Hat paver stones, the broken terracotta roof tiles above its front door, the live oaks and lemon trees in its side yard. She'd been here several times before and knew the target house as well as her own at this point. She was halfway through the tea-filled Tervis tumbler from her kit bag when a truck slowed in front of the target house. It was a new Ford Expedition SUV, glossy black with heavily tinted windows. After it reversed up the driveway almost butt up against the garage, the passenger side door opened and out stepped a lanky, middle-aged white man in a gray business suit. He adjusted his Oakley sports sunglasses for a moment before he reached into the open door and retrieved what appeared to be a military-issue M16. Then, up on the porch above him, the bungalow's front door opened and Detective Michael Bennett came out of the house. The woman almost spilled the tea in her lap as she quickly panned the camera left and zoomed in on Bennett and the crowd of people coming up behind him. His kids were in cartoon character PJs, their tan and striking blonde nanny, Mary Catherine, in a bathrobe drying her hands with a dish towel. One of the Bennett boys, was Trent his name? Yes, Trent. Immediately started climbing out over the stairs' cast-iron rail until Mary Catherine pulled him back by his collar. The cacophony of the family's calls and laughter rang in her earphone as she turned up the volume on the van's shotgun mic. "Arrivederci," Bennett said playfully to his rambunctious family as he went down the stairs. "Sayonara, auf Wiedersehen, and oh yeah, later, guys." The woman in the van watched silently as Bennett smiled and crossed his eyes and stuck his tongue out at his family. He was pushing 40 but still tall and trim and handsome in his dark blue suit. Biting at her lower lip, she didn't stop focusing until his dimples and pale, blue-gray eyes slid out of the bottom of the frame into the SUV. As the Ford rocketed out into the street, the amber-haired woman had already put down the joystick and was wheeling the captain's chair around toward the 3 men in bulky tactical gear sitting and sweating on the steel bench behind her. If it hadn't been for the glistening, snub-barreled Heckler and Koch machine guns in their laps, the large men could have been professional football players. Wide receiver.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?